If you love fast cars, wild tracks, and pure arcade thrills, you're in for a treat. Today's list is all about the 13 best arcade racing games you need to try right now. Whether you're drifting around corners, smashing through obstacles, or powering up with crazy boosts, these games serve up non-stop action and easy pick-up and play fun. No matter your skill level or gaming setup, there's something here for every racing fan. So buckle up, rev those engines, and get ready to dive into the top picks that guarantee awesome speed, big laughs, and epic competition.
Three, 2, 1, go!
Sega Rally Championship. Jump right into the dust and adrenaline with Sega Rally Championship. This classic is pure pedal-to-the-metal excitement from the get-go. You start off with legendary rally cars and get thrown into fast-paced tracks like desert, forest, and mountain, each one mixing things up with crazy terrain and tight turns. The real magic here is how every track makes you really feel the difference in road grip, so you're always adjusting, sliding, and powering through. Drift around those corners, nail those hairpin bends, and watch the scenery whip by as you master each challenge. Don't expect a massive roster. What you get is quality over quantity. The slides are satisfying, the music gets your blood pumping, and if you land in first after all 3 main stages, there's a secret bonus course waiting for you. Local multiplayer is an absolute blast, with 2-player sessions adding that perfect rivalry. It might be short on tracks and cars, but the replay value is huge. Once you start chasing your own lap records, it's hard to quit. Sega Rally is all about speed, skill, and classic arcade fun that never gets old.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Daytona USA. Daytona USA is pure arcade racing magic that keeps the thrill alive every time those engines fire up. The wild rush of going head-to-head with a full pack of cars, all packed onto colourful tracks bursting with fun little details. From dinosaur fossils in the cliffs to Sonic the Hedgehog carved right into the scenery, makes every lap a whole adventure. There's a satisfying sense of speed and chaos as you try to push past rivals, avoid wall scrapes, and hit those sharp turns just right. Drifting around corners is an art form here, and the game totally nails that funky entertainment vibe. It feels real, but is always super approachable for anyone jumping in. Multiplayer is where things get wild. Up to 8 drivers in linked cabinets means shouting, cheering, and crashing is all part of the fun. The AI keeps races fresh by making every lap a challenge, either helping out when you struggle or blocking your winning run when you get cocky. With force feedback steering and addictive checkpoint races, Daytona USA is a must-play for anyone craving classic competitive action mixed with a dose of pure nostalgia. Sega Super GT. Strap in and get ready for a wild ride, because Sega Super GT cranks up the spectacle and delivers a punchy arcade racing experience that's almost impossible to forget. First thing you'll notice? The game looks absolutely insane. Blazing graphics, cars gleaming under spotlights, and tracks alive with all sorts of dramatic scenery. You'll pick from a lineup of dream machines, steering everything from a Ferrari F40 to a McLaren F1 GTR. And trust me, each one handles in ways that are easy to grasp, but super satisfying to master. The courses are wild, from castle ruins to airports and tunnels littered with dolphins, and each track pulls you into a new wild environment. What really sets Sega Super GT apart is that drifting is a blast. Hit a curve, lay on the throttle, and let the rear end slide out. If you're skilled enough, you'll whip right back onto the straightaway without missing a beat. Multiplayer is a treat with linked cabinets, where up to 8 can join the chaos, making every race a loud, cheerful battle for bragging rights. Loud, fun, and explosive, this is arcade racing in its purest form. Need for Speed Underground. Need for Speed Underground is where street racing meets pure style and wild adrenaline, all wrapped up in a neon-soaked city that really pops after dark. The vibe is cool, gritty, and totally focused on building that dream ride, tricking it out with wild spoilers, flashy neon underglow, and vinyls as wild as your imagination. The action hits several different race types: drifting, drag, knockout, and sprints. Each one giving a fresh challenge and lots of heart-pounding moments. Drifting is a blast and insanely rewarding, letting you rack up points as you slide around corners like an absolute boss. Drag races crank up the intensity with precision gear shifting and big nitrous boosts, so every second counts, and a single mistake means your ride is toast. What keeps things fresh is the rival AI. Slip up once and they'll be right on your tail. It's all about finding shortcuts, dodging traffic, and mixing skill with creativity to dominate the underground scene. Whether you're customizing your car for ultimate flair or chasing that next style point, Underground turns every race into an epic night out where cool moves and hot rides always win. Ridge Racer. Have you ever played Ridge Racer and felt that wild rush, drifting through corners with techno beats pulsing in the background? This legendary arcade racer started it all with its cutting-edge 3D graphics and those slick, responsive controls that made sliding around bends second nature. The visuals pop even today, packed with roadside details, sunny blue skies, and of course, the iconic Ferris wheel looming over the main circuit. A sight burned into the memories of any fan. Ridge Racer keeps it simple. Pick your car, pick a track variation, throw down your money, and get ready to pass rivals and race the clock through checkpoint-laden laps with no damage, just pure speed. The cars have their own personalities. Some for drifting lovers, some for speed demons. There's just one main road, but it morphs into tougher layouts the more you play, so it never feels stale. Whether you're gunning for high scores or mastering drifts without hitting the brakes, Ridge Racer is all about fun, flow, and chasing that perfect line. It's an arcade legend, a total must-play for anyone who loves fast action and energetic style on four wheels. OutRun 2006 Coast to Coast. Let's talk pure arcade bliss with OutRun 2006 Coast to Coast. It's a wild celebration of fast Ferraris, branching highways, and the thrill of nailing perfect drifts around one stunning curve after another. Coast to Coast loads you up with missions that go way beyond basic racing. Test your skills with wild drift contests, slipstream challenges, and knockout elimination rounds where the pressure ramps up fast. The game rewards style just as much as speed, constantly pushing you to impress your passenger, stay ahead of rivals, and gather outrun miles with every flashy maneuver. You'll cruise through sunny beaches, city skylines, and towering mountains as the scenery shifts with every fork in the road, never the same ride twice. Heart Attack mode is pure chaos. Your girlfriend throws out wild requests, and the meter fills up as you deliver stylish slides, squeeze past traffic, or just pull off cool tricks, keeping every run unpredictable and exciting. Packed with unlockable cars and the kind of bright, colourful graphics that always pop. OutRun 2006 is an endless summer on wheels. Drift, race and vibe out until you've seen every last pixel of tarmac. San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing. Alright, if you're looking for pure over-the-top arcade chaos, San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing absolutely hits the spot. This game throws you right into reimagined San Francisco streets, packed with wild jumps, gnarly shortcuts, and the kind of breakneck speeds that keep your heart thumping. Every track is a playground. Hills, ramps, hairpin turns, and even surprise keys scattered for unlockables. What's brilliant is how each race begs you to risk shortcuts. Sometimes you land a huge time save, other times you're sent flying in spectacular crashes, but it's always a blast. The handling is loose and fun, but you can crank up the realism if you want an extra challenge. Just be warned, one wrong move and that car is toast. There's this wild physics engine that makes jumps and insane stunts a central part of the action, so you're constantly finding new ways to tackle the chaos. San Francisco Rush never lets up on the excitement, making each lap unique, whether you're racing solo or with friends in linked cabinets. It's all about big air, risky moves, and adrenaline-pumping arcade racing at its finest. Cruis'n USA. Moving to Cruis'n USA, get ready for a coast-to-coast blast where arcade means pure, simple racing fun with a side of nostalgia. This game dials up those road trip vibes, letting you rip through famous American landmarks, from the Golden Gate Bridge all the way to the White House. With tracks loaded with shortcuts, random twists and cheesy backgrounds that just scream 90s. Dodge traffic, swerve past cows, and nail the best jumps on the route for bonus speed. Every track is packed with little surprises that keep things lively each race. The controls are super easy to pick up, so anyone can jump in and start cruising. But real bragging rights belong to the speed freaks who master all the hidden secrets. The multiplayer experience gets wild when you link cabinets for two-player matchups, cranking up the rivalry in classic arcade style. Plus, you can switch music on the fly, or even choose from a few wild car options, adding a layer of goofy charm. Cruis'n USA doesn't take itself seriously. It's all about hitting the road, having a laugh, and soaking up the arcade party atmosphere every single lap.
Hey, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go!
Crazy Taxi. So imagine jumping behind the wheel and suddenly the rules of the road just vanish. Welcome to Crazy Taxi, where delivering passengers fast and with wild style is way more important than obeying traffic lights. This is pure arcade mayhem. Screech to a halt in front of customers, gun it through packed intersections, and blast past real-world landmarks as punk rock blares in the background. Every ride is a race against time, with a giant green arrow giving you the general direction, but not much else. So you improvise shortcuts, jump off ramps, and barely miss buses for bonus cash. It pays to be reckless. Drifts, near misses, airborne stunts, and anything that'll thrill your lucky passenger who might be headed anywhere from Pizza Hut to a grumpy record shop. The city is a sunny, hilly playground, begging for wild maneuvers. So knowing your routes and pulling off crazy combos turns every trip into a score-chasing rush. Crazy Taxi is all style, speed, and wild vibes. No rules, just pedal down and endless arcade fun.
And they're off!
Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Suppose you're tired of regular racing and want to burn across alien landscapes at breakneck speeds. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer lets you do just that with high-powered pod racers from the Phantom Menace universe. Here, you take control of engines, screaming at over 600 miles per hour while dodging obstacles, zipping around wild corners, and battling a field packed with characters like Anakin Skywalker, Sebulba, Gasgano, and a whole bunch more fan favourites spread across a galaxy of tracks. The boost system is wild. Push it too hard and risk your engines overheating and blowing up, which means you'll need to manage repairs on the fly, all while trying not to slam into canyon walls or angry competitors. The tracks are always packed with surprises: icy jumps, deep sand pits, sharp cliffs, and even a few sneaky shortcuts that reward skilled or brave racers with big-time saves. Multiplayer lets you battle friends for the bragging rights of fastest in the galaxy, and the entire vibe is chaos, excitement, and pure sci-fi spectacle. Whether you're seeking all-out speed or just want to wreak havoc on fellow racers, this one is a full-throttle thrill ride.
Go, go, go! Superstar!
Hydro Thunder. You know that feeling when you're flying across water, skimming the waves and hitting boost after boost like a complete maniac? Hydro Thunder brings all that aquatic excitement with turbocharged speedboats and wild, colourful tracks set everywhere from icy Antarctic waters to post-apocalyptic cities. Races are absolutely frantic, ramps send you flying, shortcuts test your skill, and boosts, especially the rare red ones, turn the action up to 11. Helping you rocket past opponents or smack them into the air with the mighty hull trick. The game splits boats into easy, medium, hard, and bonus classes, each with its own balance of speed and handling, so there's something for wild daredevils and careful racers alike. Hydro Thunder takes the classic checkpoint arcade formula and drenches it in chaos, with power slides, hydro jumps to reach secret areas, and plenty of wild hazards to dodge. Whether you're unlocking new levels by finishing at the top or hunting for crazy shortcuts and mad stunts, it's pure adrenaline with a splash of ridiculous fun every lap. Pole position. Okay, Pole Position is the grandfather of arcade racing games, and it totally set the standard for all the big races that came after. When you sit down at that classic cabinet and grip the steering wheel, you're thrown into the cockpit of an F1 car aiming for glory at the iconic Fuji Speedway, complete with qualifying laps, tight corners, and a Grand Prix race that's packed with AI rivals all hungry for the top spot. You've got to nail a killer time on your qualifying lap just to get your spot over 7 fierce competitors. Then crank up your skills, dodging puddles, billboards or other racers to earn points, pass rivals and keep your ride intact. Time extensions mean every second counts, so memorizing curves, easing off for sharp bends, and finding ways to zip through traffic is key for legendary scores. Pole Position blew minds with its third-person behind-the-wheel view and colourful graphics, even throwing in actual brand billboards and track details that brought real-life racing flair into arcades for the first time. From its game-changing perspective and punishing challenges to the unforgettable cabinet itself, it's a true arcade classic that still gets hearts racing. Spy Hunter. Imagine blazing down the highway in a super spy car that's loaded to the teeth. Spy Hunter drops you straight into that fantasy, mixing white-knuckle racing with full-on action movie gadgetry. At its core, you're weaving through traffic from a top-down perspective, blasting away at enemy vehicles with unlimited machine gun fire, dodging bombs from helicopters, and unleashing slick weapons like smokescreens, oil slicks, and surface-to-air missiles thanks to support vans that roll up every few minutes. The Interceptor car even transforms into a speedboat if you hit the right boathouse, throwing you into watery battles where boat enemies and the same ever-present helicopter keep things wild. Spy Hunter's gameplay is all about survival and high scores. The pace never lets up, and the road keeps splitting with new routes, weather hazards, and relentless rivals always ready to shove you off the road. That iconic Peter Gunn theme blares in your ears, amping up the tension as you chase better scores and wilder stunts. With its unforgiving difficulty, endless roads, and classic gadgets, Spy Hunter nails the feel of being a one-car army on a never-ending mission. To wrap it up, these 13 arcade racing legends are the perfect recipe for wild fun, big competition, and pure gaming nostalgia. Whether you're slamming through hairpin turns, airborne over ramps, or just grinning at the wild physics and silly extras, every entry on this list brings something special to the table. From retro icons that defined the genre to modern classics that still pack the arcades, these games are built for good times and showdowns. No deep menus or complicated systems, just pedal-down, heart-pounding action. So grab your favorite game, call a friend, and get ready for some epic moments, because arcade racing never goes out of style.
Cruis'n, come on down. I love it. Come on in the hot.